Hi everyone, welcome to Edna's Munches. So this week we're going to do a classic, but we're going to play around with it. And I'm going to make a basic recipe and a chocolate recipe, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. So this is the classic recipe and a few variations. So this is a recipe you can actually do a lot of variations with it. Today we're going to do chocolate and orange, and we're going to do checkers board type with two colors. This is a play on the marble cake, and that's how I came up with this. So it's going to be fun. Let's do this. Here we have 180 grams of flour, 50 grams of cocoa powder. So for this, the usual recipe is 230 of flour, but because we're using cocoa powder, I always take 50 grams of the flour, because if you don't take the 50 grams of flour to substitute with the baking powder, with the cocoa powder, the cake will become super dry, because there's no fat, there's no sugar on this, so it will be equivalent of using flour. So we're going to use one of those, my favorite paper, so we don't need to batter and do anything. If you don't have the paper, please don't worry, just batter and flour the tin as normal. And we're going to need a bowl, the scrape and the spoon, and the electrical mixer. Any recipe that you'd like to use, make it into chocolate, and there's no chocolate, the secret is always remove 50 grams of flour and add 50 grams of cocoa powder. And if you still can add the melted chocolate to it, but this will make like super chocolatey. And because there's no sugar in it, you don't need to do anything else. So I always prefer to use cocoa powder. So we have 170 grams of butter. So we're going to do the butter and sugar first. So at this stage, if you want to make it chocolate orange, you can add chocolate, you can add orange extract, or if you have a couple oranges around, just grate the orange zest or the lemon zest. So again, I'm add all the eggs at the same time. I'll try to make my recipes as easy as possible without too much faffing around. I don't like faffing. Please, if you don't have a spatula, invest in one. It does help a lot. You can buy them in the pound shop. Of course, now we can't do that, but when you can. So for this, we're having two batters. The process is the same, but in this one we use the 230 grams of flour, as this one is the 180 plus the chocolate. So this has chocolate. You can do just the one and then divide and melt chocolates in one, but I find it easier to use two trays, and this cake freezes well as well, or maybe it's a good idea time to bless someone with one. So usually I don't make this cake for the kids, because we are not a chocolate cake family anyway. But when I do fundraising or functions, this cake is amazing because you get two in one. So you get plain chocolate, plain or chocolate, and chocolate at the same time. So we do imaginary divided into four, and I'll show you why in a minute. Just to give us an idea, so you don't overdo it. So here we put one color in one side. If it goes over, it doesn't matter. Just give us an idea. So that's one side, and then we go for the chocolate on the other side. So what we're trying to create here is the checkered idea of the two colors. I came up with this once I was trying to do a marble cake, because I was having trouble creating the marble cake, and I forgot to mix it up after I've done this, and it looked so cool. I just left it, and people seem to like it, so I just leave it. So now, using the be careful because we don't want to overdo it. So now we do the other side. So will be the opposite. So the idea is the consistency has to be the same, so it doesn't sink into other. Even if it sinks a bit, not doesn't matter, but not too much. So you see, that's why I divided, because you only need half a batter, so I use the other half. Or if you have a double of this one, that's what I usually use. I do a big one, but for now we just do this one. So again, the other side. So it's just another play on the baking. You can do all one flavor. I thought I would show you this one to make it fun. It's just a fun way of doing it. Don't worry about if it's not matching, because once it's cooking it will melt together. It will merge together and it looks like one cake. And that's how it looks once you're done. The goodness with this type of tin, you can, even with a small oven, you can fit both of them at the same time. The oven is already on, and this will be in there for about an hour, 50 minutes. I'm reducing mine to 125. Yours will be around 150. So time to check the cake with our trusty gloves. Remember, we don't bang the oven on the cake until we make sure it's cooked. Let's see. Ooh, it feels good. Ta-da! All nice and dry. And ta-da! And we can see the colors. And here we go. Here we go. This looks amazing. Like the color, nice and golden. And as you can see, you can actually see from the paper the effect, and the bottom as well. So let's see how it cuts in. This is the best bit. Checking the inside. Ta-da! Ooh, this looks good. And ta-da! I know it's not exactly like checkers, but you get the idea. And that looks beautiful, nice and fluffy, and the texture seems to be the same in both cakes. And there it is. You have a nice checkered marble cake. Just play around, have fun, and just be creative. I hope you enjoyed it the same way I enjoyed showing to you. Have a blessed week. Stay safe.